Check. Am I audible? Is it good? Is it bad?
It's good.
Hmm. Yeah, you should start praising the sound, the video, then we'll all be happy. Anyway. How are you all? What's happening? Put it in the group. We have started. So good to see you all. So for me, it's a different kind of emotion, or rather experience, because all through the day I'm working on something very technical, and now all of a sudden coming back to Jyotishya is very interesting. Energy is very, very different. It's fun. Chalo, we'll all do Omkara 3 times. We'll keep our eyes closed. Let's take a normal deep breath in and breathe out. One more joyful deep breath in and breathe out with smile. Now breathe in for Omkara. With the blessings of Mother Divine and Gurudev, and the guidance of all the Maharshis who have given this knowledge, let's start our studies. So what did we do last class? What happened?
Bhava.
Bhava. We studied about Bhava. So how many Bhavas are there? 25?
12.
That's it? 12? That should be easy then. Only 12. Tell me, what are the names of the Bhavas? One after the other.
Tanu Lagna.
Tanu?
Tanu
Bhava.
Lagna.
Lagna is in Tanu Bhava. So Tanu Bhava. Lagna is separate. Tanu Bhava is separate. But definitely all the time Lagna is there. There is Tanu Bhava. There. Yeah. Next.
Dhana Bhava.
Dhana. Dhana.
Yes.
Last
Dhana
one.
Bhava.
Very nice.
Amele Sahaja Bhava.
After that, Sahaja. Okay, very good. Next.
Bandhu Bhava.
Bandhu.
Bandhu. Okay, very good. Next.
Putra Bhava.
Putra. Oh, okay. Next. What about Putri?
Pari.
Nobody asked. What
Yeah,
about
Yuvati baad mein aayegi.
I wanted to ask Bhaiya because it's Putra, so isn't it for Putri? So, but you
misogyny.
explained that whatever whatever is born out of you. So,
See, even then also, men were ruling. That's why. Anyway, next, which bhava?
Hari.
Hari Bhava.
Hari,
Ari. Very good. Next,
Yuvati.
Yuvati.
Yuvati. Why not Yuvaka? See, now you don't ask this. Huh? Seventh house is Yuvati. You are okay with it. But Putra is only Putra. Why? Next,
Randra Bhava.
Chandra Bhava.
Randra Bhava. Very good. Next,
Bhagya.
Bhagya. After that,
Karma.
Karma. Oh. Then
Labha.
Labha.
Labha. And then
Vyaya.
Vyaya.
Vyaya. Done. These are the 12 bhavas. We went in detail what each bhava is for. I would not call it as much detail because you can talk about this bhava for next 1 year, every class, and still you will come up with something new. That's the beauty of it. Anyway. Dinesha, can we share a chart?
Yes, sir.
So we are going to read a chart. Wow. Your first chart reading. You know, ideally speaking, if I go traditionally, 1 minute, pa. Stop sharing for a second. You know, traditionally, if you want to learn Jyotishya, first of all, you cannot learn it on Zoom. You have to be in front of the teacher. And the second is, you start with calculations. You don't directly start with all these, 4 pillars and what is Jyotishya. No, nothing doing. You start with calculation. How do you calculate Lagna? It will start from that. And then you have to calculate the placement of the grahas. And then it goes to Panchanga. You have to understand the 5 limbs of time. By the time you come to these parts, it will be almost 2 to 3 years. And then you have to understand these in detail. By the time you read a chart, it will be 4 to 5 years. Ideally speaking. That's why Jyotisha, it's a very large subject. It takes a long time. But anyway, here we are after what? 8 classes? 9 classes? Chalo, let's see a chart. Why not? Anyway, we are breaking all the rules. So, what is this? This is how a professional Jyotisha software looks. If you go more, it looks like a, you're launching a rocket or something. It does. You go to strength. Now you see, all the graphs have also come. Anyway. Basic you.
It's
Let's
a chart
slowly
of Bharat, right? It's a chart of
this is this is India's chart. So for now, what we do, we will simply start with understanding this a little. This is a beautiful software called Jagannath Hora, given by PVR Narasimha Rao. He is a very good astrologer. This is for only Windows, by the way. The one which we use is 7.66. There is newer ones also, 7.8 or 8, I think. No? 8 is there. But we are not using that because in this I am using a specific calculation, which is only available in this. So here what happens for any chart, two things are very, very important, Desha and Kala, correct? Now there is a country's chart. If you want to see somebody else's chart, doesn't matter. Desha and Kala are very important. So what you do, you go to this, there is a button here, birth data, you see. Then you have to key in the birth details. Now India was born on August 15, 1947. So we have keyed in this details. Apparently we got independence on exactly at the time when all Bhuta, Preta and Pishachas take a trip outside. They go on for a ride, say hello to everyone. That's the time we got freedom. Imagine that. Whoever chose that time. Anyway, so you can select and then you can select the place, Desha. So these are all Kala. Then you have to select the Desha. Which place? You select the place and you say search. And then you click OK. Click OK, pa. I'm not going in detail about the software, everything. That we'll take it up later. Somebody will explain it to you. Once you do that, this kind of a, GUI, graphic user interface comes, where you have, this is called a South Indian chart. I can see this. This is the maximum I can draw with my mouse. South Indian chart. Okay. Now, there are other types of charts as well. It just show that North Indian chart once, pa. North Indian. So this is a North Indian chart. This is how they see in their, Okay, get back to South Indian. Sorry, I cannot even understand this. It gives me creeps. What you are used to, you enjoy it more. That's it. End of the day. Okay. South Indian regular chart. Done. So you have got this South Indian chart. Here, on this side, this part, you can see this. This tells you in which Rashi and which degrees each of the grahas are. So you can see Lagna is in Vrishabha. You know Vrishabha, no? Which is Vrishabha? This one. Correct? So your Lagna is in Vrishabha. How much inside Vrishabha? He has already entered Vrishabha, but how much?
47 degree.
No, 7 degrees. 7 degrees, 47 minutes, 12.73 seconds. That's how it is measured. I won't blame you. First time when I saw this software, that's what I also understood. I never understood what is this number. It took me some time to understand that. So 7 degrees into Vrishabha, 47 minutes and 12.73 seconds. So it has gone 7 degrees into this Vrishabha, coming from this side. Okay. In the same way, Surya, where is he? He is already entered. Which Rashi? Who will tell?
Mithuna. Oh, that. Karka.
Anybody wants to
Karkataka.
counter? Karkataka. Okay. You all agree with Karkataka? This is democracy. You all vote for it. That's what it is. So, Surya is in Karkataka. But how many degrees?
27 degrees, 34 minutes, 53.16.
So he's already entered. He's exiting now.
Mm.
Came into the cafe, had some coffee, and now exiting. Got the idea?
Right.
Now, like that, you can go through all the grahas. Surya, Chandra, Mangala, Budha, Guru, Shukra, Shani. And this is all this nakshatra and pada, which we are not worried about too much. So don't worry about it. Okay. What you know, you just observe that. Don't get into things which you can't understand, because there are too many things which you can't understand in this right now. And whatever is written here, Rashi, you know this. This is your first chart, the main chart. When you key in the details, this is what comes. But then after that, you do lot of calculations and then get different charts. When you divide each Rashi, like Vrishabha, you divide into how many parts? Mithuna, how many parts? Karkataka, 9. You are dividing into some 9 parts. Then you have got this Navamsha chart, Nava Amsha, 9 parts. So like that, there are many charts. Shobha once for there. You have only this many here. What, Dinesha? You are a professional astrologer. So you can see this D60 here. Leave. It's okay. So D60, 60 parts they have made. They have made each Rashi into 60 parts and made a chart out of this. Don't ask me how it is done. It will take a long time to explain. But I'm just showing you. Go back to basics. So now what we learned. So we are not worried about all these Navamsha and other, divisional charts. We are only concerned about this. With only this, we are going to read a chart. Are you all ready for it? Okay. Now you guys are going to talk. I'm just going to listen. Now you tell me, what does Lagna represent? I'll ask questions, by the way. I'll not be
Birth.
quiet.
The birth, basically.
Birth, okay. Birth of the country.
Event or country here, right?
Bharat was not alive. Bharat became India at this time, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
So, what is the first Bhava name?
Tanu.
Tanu.
Tanu. And did we speak about the Lord of the Rashi?
No, bhaiya.
We should.
Not yet.
Hey, yes or no? We should have
Yes,
actually.
yes,
No.
yes.
Yes,
Huh?
we spoke about it.
Yeah, we spoke
Yes, we
about
spoke
it.
about it. Shukra in the Vrishabha.
Correct. Oh, you already forgot, huh? Cabinet, you remember? Surya, Chandra, and then Buddha on both sides. Then Shukra.
Yes,
Then
yes. A
Mangala.
lot of Rashi we discussed. Yes, exactly. I remember.
Ah.
Sorry.
That is called Lord. Adhipati, Lord. So now, for Tanu Bhava, who is the Lord?
Shukra.
Shukra. So generally speaking, very, on a, if you want to use some common sense here, if somebody owns the house is generally built on what? In that particular person's feature, right? Yes or no? If you build a house, according to your taste, you will build. Yes or no?
Yes.
You agree with me?
Yeah.
So Vrishabha will have whose characteristics?
Shukras.
Simple. Okay. So primarily Lagna is in Vrishabha means what characteristics generally this Lagna will acquire?
Materialistic.
Shukras, no, don't go into materialistic. We'll go into that later. But Shukras, no, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
You see, you are a rented person. You go into the house. Do you break the walls and create it according to your taste? When you pick up a house for rent, Do you alter it so much that, no, Agni, kitchen has to be in Agni Mula, so let me put it here. So will you do all that?
No.
You cannot. Not possible because you don't own it. You can only be there. Correct? So here also what is going on? Shukra will be the owner. So Vrushabha will have Shukra's qualities. Lagna has just come here. So Lagna will acquire the qualities of that house. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
But now who else is there in that same house?
Rahu is renting.
Now what happened? Two people are renting now. Now it is a 3-storied building. Ground floor, first floor, second floor. No, there is no second floor. There are 2 stories. Ground floor,
Shukra.
Lagna has occupied. Second floor,
Rahu.
Rahu has occupied. Now what happened? They both have an influence on each other or not?
Yes.
You have a common sump, you have a common entry exit gate. You have so many things in common. What happens? You always have an impact. Imagine Rahu goes and closes the gate. Lagna, what will he do?
He will
You got
fight.
the idea? So basically what happens? What does it mean? Whoever is staying in the same Rashi will have influence on each other. Correct?
Yeah.
It is actually much more. This is more than, 2 houses in the same site. It is more to do like 2 people have rented the same room. You take this paying guest, two people in the same room. What happens? You acquire that flavor of that room, but then your influence is also there. Now Rahu has come and sat here. What does he do? He will spread his influence in that space as well. Now you take a house for rent, then you go. You may not be able to break the walls, but definitely you are going to put a photo according to your liking. You put the sofa in a particular place. Yes or no?
Yes.
You're going to rearrange a few things, right? According to your taste. In the same way, Rahu comes there. What does he bring? His flavor into it. Are you able to understand? Now, Tanu Bhava is influenced by what?
Rahu.
Rahu and
Shukra.
Shukra. Because Shukra's house, that flavor is there. And Rahu's is also there. So he is influencing. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Got it? We
Yes.
spoke about Drishti also, no?
No one.
No.
Graha Drishti. No, it's okay. We'll speak about it. So now what happened? What does Tanu Bhava say? It's the overall characteristics of the event or person. Correct?
Mhm.
Yesterday, you remember I said body of a
Body.
Tanu means body. Very simple. So he asks, no, body of your work. What is it? The same way. What is it? Overall idea of this person. So here it is a country. So there are Rahu and Shukra's strong influence on the Tanubhava. So the characteristics of the whole country is always influenced by Rahu and Shukra.
Shukra.
You got the point? Now, is it good or bad? We are not going to study now, right now. We're just having an idea. What is it happening? Getting my point?
Yes.
Now, second house is what?
Dhan.
Huh?
Dana.
Dhanabhava.
Dhana.
We're not going to go to all 12 houses. I'm just giving you an idea how logically you should approach. Okay? So, Dhanabhava, who is the Lord?
Buddha. Buddha.
Buddha.
So, for our country, who is the Lord for Dhana?
Buddha.
Buddha.
Finance Minister.
Buddha and Mangala.
But No, he is the Lord. Buddha is the Lord. But who is also there? Mangala is there. Same thing applies. So there are two people who are influencing our dhana, finances, Mangala and Buddha.
Yes, very true.
Like confused
Getting my-
commander.
Huh?
Confused commander. Buddha is confused.
Commander.
Mangala is commander.
Why would you call him confused?
You said na Buddha is
Or not necessarily. Buddha is also intellect. You can also say intellectual commander.
Wait, that's why
That's
people
But-
are doing good in IT. In
Huh?
Maybe for first 70 years, it was confused. Now it's thinking intellectual.
no, maybe that's why people are doing so good in IT sector. In
Buddha has become more mature now.
You see, no, she put a very interesting point, and that is correct. You know, the highest amount of dhana we are actually making out of is one is business and other one is IT. After IT started, we started making some money. People started seeing money.
Yeah.
And of course, business, a lot of business. We are supposed to do business if you want money. That's why a proper Guju, when he came to power,
right.
India started making money. See, you cannot beat Gujaratis in business. Even best of the best will fail in front of them. I'll tell you how beautiful it is. The moment Modi came to power, I did this analysis then also. Very interesting analysis. And it works so well with us. Now, 12th house is what in this chart? Who is the Lord?
Mesha.
Mesha. Who is the Lord of Mesha?
Mangala.
Mangala.
I'm just going to take this one example and one more house I'll take. That's it. Today we are not going to do anything more.
Mangala.
But it is more than enough for you to understand how houses work. Now, 12th house is for what?
Expenditure.
Vyaya.
Yeah.
Where will that Vyaya come from?
Actions, karma.
From Mangala.
Mangala, right?
Because Mangala is the Lord. No, he is going to bring Vyaya. But from where is he going to bring? What kind of Vyaya he will bring?
Defense.
Money.
Money. Where will that money Vyaya go? Who is the sitting there? Mangala again. There's a lot of expenditure happening in defense.
Yes.
And also Buddha, then what happens? The second house will be active. Mangala is active. And the second thing is Buddha is active. Then also second house is active. Technology.
Yeah.
So technology and what you say?
Mangala.
Defense
Defense.
are the two places where we are actually going to activate the Dhana Bhava. Of course, we are going
But
to
we have
activate
one
spending
thing.
also.
Bhaiya, one thing. This chart is there for the last 70 years, right?
Yeah. No, let me come
But
back
if-
to you.
Okay.
No, let me finish. Now, what happens if you are aligned with this? Then you will make money. If you are not aligned with this, you will not make money. From the last 60 years, everybody were shouting Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan and didn't do anything much about agriculture. But then said agriculture is our way of living. It is associated with some other graha. Second house was not getting activated. You are not actually making money.
No action.
See, a chart works in the way you are going to act also. If you are doing something opposite to what the chart says, you will not get result. Unless we work on technology and defense, we will never make money. We have already seen it. I was giving an example for this. When, by the way, you're all seeing after all this big, fight, whatever it was supposed, not a big fight, we just went and pounded Pakistan left, right, and center. That's what happened. But after that, most of the defense stocks are going up.
Yeah.
And Indian, there is a rating. I forgot the name of the international rating. Not Moody's. One more. Not Finch. One more. It increased the rating to A from B++. Anyway, coming back to what happened when Modi came. Now, Modi is coming from which place? Which part of the country? Gujarat. Gujarat is known for this. Okay. And he will value everything in terms of money. That's how they measure. See, everybody measure in certain way. He measures everything in money. Nothing wrong with it. That's the way they do things. Now, when he came to power, he saw our coffers were zero. There is nothing money. We were supposed to give, then take. Then what he did, he created an illusion. Rather, I can't call it an illusion. There was requirement of defense. So they just floated so many different types of tenders related to defense. I don't know how many of you remember when Modi came, the first thing they did was so many new tenders were floated for armed forces. The MRFA was again rekindled and was made into a big, huge thing. We are going to buy 140 or 150 or whatever number of aircrafts.
Lighter jet.
So like this,
Bulletproof
So-
vests.
yeah, whether you have money or not, doesn't matter. First thing they did was, we are going to buy. Now, all of a sudden, what happened? All other countries became very active, who are supposed to supply. It's a very huge, tender. It's a very huge project. Everybody wants to pitch in. And slowly and gradually from there, they started developing good relations with most of these countries, and trade was becoming better. So they activated, one is Mangala. Second one is they activated Buddha. Buddha is also for business. Give and take is also Buddha. It's business. The moment they activated, your second house started becoming stronger and stronger. They are the active people here. Are you able to understand? So that's how the second house is working. Mangala and Buddha. Both of them are involved. I am going to tell you, this is a prediction. Even for next 3 centuries, if you still say, I am going to produce food and export, you will never make money. You can be self-reliant. You can be happy. That doesn't matter. If you want to activate Dhana, it has to be only through technology and defense. So the more you start exporting defense, the more you start manufacturing defense, you'll make money. Good or bad, it's none of my business. I'm just reading the chart. Are you able to understand?
Since Buddha is involved, can we also say through sports and
Quite possible. Yeah. Through sports also. You see, which is the richest sports
BCCI.
organization in the world?
BCCI.
BCCI. You know how much money they make per year? Anybody? One vague number? Can't. It is more than the GDP of Bangalore, by the way.
Wow.
More than 2,000 crores per year. That's the revenue of, not the turnover, revenue. Yeah, you will make money if you run it like a business. Again, the point is, you have to run it like a business. Then you will make money. If you don't run it like business, you will not make money. Second house will not get activated. Are you able to understand this?
Education sector.
Education sector, if you run it like business, they will make money. But it's not a great thing to run it like a business.
Yes, correct.
So you got the idea? Business and defense will activate. Even there will be a lot of expenditure on there'll be a lot of expenditure on oil, because Mangala is the 12th lord and Mangala is also related to oils. And all these natural what you say, oil, petroleum and all this, we are going to spend a lot on that. A lot of vyaya is going to happen on that. You have seen from past so many years how much we have spent on it, and it will continue, because that's the core nature. The core nature of our second house is we are going to spend on defense, we are going to spend on oil, we are going to make money out of it also, because he is the second house is there. Through technology we are going to make, through business we are going to make. Are you able to understand this? So this is how you analyze the house. This is how you analyze the chart. Now first house, Shukra, very passionate. You have to be, if you want to activate the first house, you want to make Shukra strong. Indians are very passionate people, literally. Our population says it very clearly. Shukra. And then who else is there? Very important.
Rahu.
Rahu. Now, Rahu is about, smoke screen. It is very good for our country to show what we are not and hide certain things. Don't tell everything. But at the same time, that's what smoke screen, that's how Rahu works. It gives you some illusion that you are something else, but you are something else inside. Out of the box thinking. That's also what Rahu is. The very nature of Indians. You tell them Jugad, they will come up with something. No, Rahu is the lord of Jugad, by the way, if you know that.
From outside, but not inside.
See, what does Rahu say? Out of the box thinking, correct? Yes or no? One best example is that I forgot the model number. Recently when Pakistan attacked, they sent so many drones. I don't know, the homemade drones, whatever, these drones, what you get for playing around, everything they sent, whatever they had. Now to counter that, in US, they are trying to fight Houthis. And what they used to do is they used to send very expensive ammunition to hit these drones. Very expensive. Some 100 times expensive than the drone itself. What our people did was a perfect example of a Jugad. There was a 1970s platform which we were buying even in 1990s. It's a gun which is used to hit the aircrafts. I forgot the model, I will tell you.
S400.
S400.
No, S400 is too big. It's not S400. This is basically a gun. It's mounted on a vehicle. Use anti-aircraft gun. You see the aircraft, you shoot from here. Basically, that's what it does. Not Akash Tir. Don't throw the names. None of this.
Made by us.
So this is basically a Russian platform. You bought it in hundreds in 1990s, and it was about to be retired. Immediately Rahu became active. They said, no, how can we throw this? Indian speciality. They said, we are going to make it into something else. L70, that is right. So what they did, they put a motor to it, automate it, and they put a radar to it, and they put it into use. Now what happened? Every time a drone comes, it turns by itself and shoots it. All of them, they turned into this. Rahu working Jugad. So I was telling someone, why we are still not getting our aircraft, fighter aircraft engine ready is because we are not using Jugad enough. We are trying to go very straightforward. So basically what happens whenever Rahu's influence is there, the person it tend to do things in the other way than in the right way. So that's the core nature. Here the core nature of our country is to do little teda, not straight. If you follow that, you get good results. And also you see one more thing, very, very important. You observe our diplomacy. Have you ever stuck to one particular person? We put our hands in multiple places. Here Jaishankar goes and speaks to Russia, Modi will be speaking to US. Are you able to understand this? Our commerce minister will be going and talking to Japan about bullet trains or something else. So what we are doing, we are kind of putting our hands everywhere else. It is a good thing actually. For Rahu, that is one more thing, where your attention has to be in multiple things, but still you have to give your 100%. It will work for them. That is a speciality of Rahu. And we're doing it. And the Modi government is the one which has utilized it to the fullest. Talk to everyone. Are you able to understand this? Rahu, usage of Rahu very nicely. So this is the first house. Now come to the most important house, third house. Are you sharing pie? It is there still?
Karnataka.
Karnataka, you see, this is where our major problems. Sahaja, what does it mean?
The one which
The one
is
you are
born
born with you.
Pakistan.
Correct. Now you see, when you took birth as a country, who and all took birth with you? Your neighbors. They all became your neighbors because you came into existence. Correct. So your neighbors. Now what is happening in the neighboring house? In third house. There is a full round table conference going on.
Surya, Shukra.
Surya, Shukra,
Chandra,
Samira,
Shani,
Buddha,
Shukra, Surya and Buddha. Imagine there is a small 10 by 10 room and you put 5 people together. What
They're
happens?
fighting.
Out
They're
of which
fighting.
2 of them are super enemies.
Shani and Surya.
We read about enemies also, no? Did we? We haven't?
Yes.
No, we haven't.
You just
We haven't.
mentioned
In
it
this,
while talking
this
about
class,
Grahas.
did we mention in this class?
Just mention
No.
when you're Grahas, when you're explaining, you told that's it. You did not talk about exactly the enemy.
We'll get into that. By the way, Grahas also have enemies. And the most, violent one is Surya and Shani. They don't really like each other. Ironically, they are son and father and son duo. Surya is father and Shani is son. So you see those two are sitting here in third house. Chandra is also there. Buddha is also there. Who else is there? Shukra is also there. Are you able to understand this? Our biggest problem is the fourth lord. Who is the fourth lord? What is fourth? Whatever belongs to you, your possession. Bandhu.
Surya.
So Surya. So fourth house is also associated with land that belongs to you. And who is he sitting with Lord? With Shani. Who is his enemy? You'll always have a border issue. No matter what you do.
Yes.
You'll always have a border issue. It will not end. Are you able to understand this?
How do they implement to the individual? Like for a country, it makes sense for the border issues, but for the individual as in person.
For individual, it will be your brothers, sisters, or whom you call your brother, whom you call your sister. It's a reference point. You have to now change the reference point to yourself. Your fourth house is your house. Your, belongings like your car, your bike.
Okay, right.
We say for
Can this give
motherland.
court issue?
Huh? What ma?
Court issues for the individual.
That and all is Tula Rashi. We'll see about that when we get into that. But you understood this problem now? Why our country is facing such strong... I was going through this. There were so many good dates. Just wait for another 5-6 days. There were better dates to announce our independence. I don't know what was so much for these guys to announce on 15th. You wait for 2 more days. Surya would have gone to Simha, his own house. Very good. Chandra would have also been with Surya. Very good. In Simha, fantastic. Are you getting my point?
Where you said yourself earlier that birth is not in your hands. People ask for it when to the kid be born, but it's natural.
But you know the story behind this 15th August or something?
No.
So, apparently, there were some very good dates fixed. And our first Prime Minister didn't have any idea about astrology. He didn't like it. He didn't even bother to worry about it. He went and asked, who was the last Viceroy? Anybody remember?
Mountbatten.
First Prime Minister's girlfriend's husband.
Edwina.
He's more known like that. So this fellow, he went and asked Prime Minister, who was yet to be a Prime Minister at that time, he was given very good dates. All Jyotishis came together, they all understood what is a good date and they gave it to him. He went and to ask, he said, hey, I don't care all this, and went and asked Mountbatten, which date should we take independence? And that fellow remembered that he got, England.
Married.
No. It's a messy marriage. So it was not his marriage date for sure. He hates it. So apparently England won over or made Japanese to surrender on a 15th. So he said, oh, we'll do it on 15th. There is no head and tail for this date. Lot of people, astrologers come, they say, oh, there are 5 grahas coming together. Oh, that's why it was nothing. Nehru didn't follow any of the astrological suggestions. He just went and asked. And this is what happened. No wonder, because I see this chart 1,000 times. I still feel, how can an astrologer be so stupid to give this date? So it was not an astrologer. We had fantastic astrologers at that time. This is not an astrologer's date. After announcing, they came up and started telling something good about it because you already have a date. So now find out some good things about it. But ideally speaking, it's a horrible chart.
So basically, that you just threw up.
Yes,
What
definitely.
is the parihara?
Huh?
Parihara solution.
Solution is, one is you align with these grahas, like I told you, you want to make money, align with Buddha and Mangala. Like this, you have to find some ways to sort out each house.
Modi anyway
Maybe
does a lot
later.
of meditation also.
And also maybe later you bring in parts of Pakistan, bring in parts of Bangladesh here and there. You make it into one big space and say, oh, we are now new country, and announce a new date. From here now on, we are going to become a new country and rename it. That's enough. Too much if I... By the way, it is going to
Also,
happen.
in the second home, you spoke about the defense of the country. If it were to be a person, individual, what profession would that person would have
Okay,
taken?
see,
to
for
get the
this
dana?
person, if this was of a chart of a person, let us forget about it is India's chart. See, if you take this as an individual's chart, Number one, Mangala is there. So anything related to Mangala things will give that person money and also expenditure. Expenditure is the 12th house. And money also is second house. So Mangala is for associated with land. So that person may make money out of land. Defense related works is good for this person. Chemicals and then these kinds of fiery elements which are associated with fire, element. That is good for this person. Police. These kinds of things are also will give money. Associated with that, actions associated with that will give money. I'm not telling this person will become police. Don't get me wrong. Are you able to understand this?
Okay, okay. Yes.
Bhaiya,
So
In a
again,
way,
technology.
should I say it here? In a way that in the investment he does, either in assets like the property or other things, he'll reap benefit. Mangala is dhana, and
Possible.
then there is a 12th house.
No, yeah, it is all possible, but don't come to conclusion. This is only one aspect of reading. There are another 100 different aspects we have to bring in to finally come to a conclusion. At this point of time, I agree with you.
So when I speak investment, it's not financial investment. It is more of a broader thing, the way you
Yeah, yeah.
expressed it.
Possible, quite possible. You are
Bhaiya,
telling something. That recently they started.
Bhaiya, did you say it's going to happen? Like we're gonna get our parts, like our land back, and then announce a new country?
Yes.
So much peace
No
of
doubt.
Yeah, what would these
You-
next 5
You told
grahas
I didn't,
together?
but yeah. Huh?
You were
What
just
part?
saying that when Swati started asking question. You just mentioned that I thought I
Yes,
heard.
but I agree. It should happen. The Dinesh here is telling one of the ways we make money is refining oil, which we have been doing for a long time, but it increased after this whole Ukraine, Russia, we buy crude oil from the one country and sell it to them itself as petroleum product. You know that?
Buddha is activated.
Modi, see, you have a home minister and who has a prime minister. Both are good Jews. What else you expect? With all respect to them, I'm telling this. Actually, it is. We have to learn a lot from them how to do business.
Yeah, how
You
will
got
be
the
these 5 grahas sitting
Huh?
together?
what part?
These 5 grahas sitting together in the 3rd house. So how individual characteristics will behave, will impact the person. Like
This person. First of all, this
he,
person will be really, stuck with his thought process. Third house is also for mind.
right? But Buddha,
Chandra is also
Surya,
there.
Shukra, Chandra.
So he'll be always stuck with his 4th house related stuff because he is stuck with his enemy there. Stuck with land related things. 4th house possessions, not just land, possessions. Stuck with relatives. The strongest relative with whom you relate to. Relative means what? The one whom you relate to. The strongest one is who? Your mother. So 4th house is also for mother.
But
There also
Bhaiya, Chandra the own home, no Chandra. Chandra is also
Chandra,
peace of mind, no?
Chandra is also mother. Chandra is also mind. Not peace of mind.
So
Chandra
he
is
should be
mind.
having. Oh, okay.
So here, one good thing is Chandra is in one house. So ideally speaking, Chandra will keep things sane. That's why you get so many meditators in our country whose mind is very calm and leaders are always stuck in one way or the other. because Surya is the king. Until Modi came, you show me one leader who was not stuck in one way or the other. Even Modi got stuck this time in elections. Correct? Yes or no?
Right. And where you referred about this Grehvar, Greh Yudh,
Mm.
and then at one point somebody will win. How will we relate about this Greh Yudh here? Is
Graha
it
Yuddha, you have to go and see who is stronger. So we have not come to that. When we come to that, we will discuss. We have to see something called Shad Bala. There are 6 types of strengths for a Graha, where and all it gets strength from. Like how you get strength from your food, from your sleep, from knowledge, from whatever. 4 types of energy sources, we say, sources of energy. In the same way, you have different sources of strength. There are 6 types of them. That's why it's called Shad Bala. So you have to see who is stronger. That person will be winning. Whoever is the stronger in the room is the one who is everybody has to listen to them.
and
Correct,
that will
no?
change with time?
It need not change with time. See, you need to understand one thing. Your primary conditioning is what? A tendency is what? I use the word tendency a lot. When India took birth, this is the tendency. Now, your core tendencies doesn't change. What changes is your actions, and through that, the way you get results. And those actions are influenced again by your tendencies. So it is very difficult to say. It's like a chicken and an egg situation. Which is first? Your core tendencies define the way you do things. And the way you do things will make you align with the grahas in a certain way. Through that, you will get results in a certain way, which influences your core tendencies again. But your core tendencies will not change. Mangala and Buddha's influence on our country's finances will not change, no matter what you do. Are you able to understand this? That's the best example. We didn't really work on any of these. For 60 years, you didn't work neither on Buddha nor on Mangala. Did you make money? Getting my point? The moment you started focusing on these 2 grahas, you started activating the second house. You activated the 12th house also. See, Mangala you activate, you get both 2nd and 12th because it is both. It's bound to happen. So whenever you activate Buddha, you get 2nd and 5th house activation because the 5th house lord is also Buddha. Whenever you activate Mangala, you get 12th and 2nd house activation. So it's up to you. If you activate 12th house, you will get both. But if you activate Buddha, you don't have to really spend much. You'll make more. So technology is also very good. Like ISRO, they are working so much on technology. So much of money they are making. Have you seen? The amount of investment and the amount of money they make, it is huge. That's how it is. 5th house, I told you, for happiness as well. So Buddha gets activated, happiness quotient activates.
Bhaiya,
So, Bhaiya, okay.
Guru is in 6th house, which is Ari. Guru is in 6th house. So, which is diseases and enemies. So, what can be said about this? Guru is, and I slightly just saw that Guru's Shadbala also was very less.
Yeah. So what happens? Guru is also for knowledge, and Guru is also sometimes you tend to misinterpret it, and that's what happened with Ashoka. Knowledge of spirituality, and he forgot his Swadharma. That will become an enemy. Best example. He went and he said, no more. I'm not going to fight anymore. This person the country was starting from Afghanistan and went all the way to Sri Lanka and then towards China. Shrunk and became Patna now. Do you know that? Magad. The size of that huge country is now one small place. That's where he was ruling from. Because he left. He took knowledge in the wrong way, which became his enemy.
Guru is
So
also
Guru
the
6,000.
Lord of- Yeah, sorry.
Tell me.
Guru is also the Lord of 8th and 11th house. Means
You should be. So that means you should be very careful whenever you decide what are you going to do with the 8th house things. 8th house also sometimes associated with war. And what are you going to do? Are you going to use your knowledge in the wrong way and stop doing things which you are supposed to do? That's a problem. For this chart, it won't work. Don't use spirituality for everything, which we tend to do a lot. When it is there, it is part of our life, our existence. But we misunderstand it and start using it in a wrong way. They keep coming and hitting you and sending terrorists. You never, fight back. That's not how. Even Krishna had to take up arms. Even Rama had to take up arms. Devis, you see, Devi Bhagavata, you take everything. Not even one chapter of Durga Saptashati you can find which is peaceful. Something or the other is there.
So
What
if
does
we
it mean?
use wisdom is used in a right way, it can give labha also.
Correct.
And
You will get good labha. And you see, that's what very nice. I liked what Modi spoke the other day. This is not the time of war, but this is not the time of terrorism also. And the road for peace is through Shakti.
Yeah.
That is what was needed for our country at this time. So it's not that I may sound like a warmonger or something. No, definitely not. It doesn't mean like that. You don't have to go on, throwing your BrahMos on every country you see. But at the same time, you cannot keep taking whatever been thrown at you all the time. That's what we were doing all these years. We were so, patient, and we are like, oh no, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. No, we should not. Yeah. Your own Kutumba is being broken now. You forget about the whole world. And they also have to see it in the same way, no? Yeah. So you have to have in one hand a sword, and then you have to give your hand. Hold one gun in one hand, and then you say, hello, please come, let's talk. That's how India has to be. There is no other way, unfortunately, for this chart. There is no other way for this chart. You talk, but you talk from the space of, power.
So
No matter how
Bhaiya,
much you think you are equal to them, you should not show it. That's what Rahu is. You may think that you are equal. Oh, all human beings are equal. Don't show it too much. You'll end up in trouble. You may be very soft-hearted inside. Don't show it too much. You have to show that you are a little stronger. Some, third-rated fellow from US went and sat in our neighborhood as a puppet prime minister, and he is telling us what the 7 states are and what we should do, and we are allowing it to happen. You imagine that. It doesn't work well. Now all this will change. Mangala's transit, Guru's transit, it is not going to make it so easy.
so Bhaiya, basically, I saw this Pakistan's chart. August 14th, it got independence, right? It declared. So Mangala and Chandra are together. Everything else is the same.
Yeah.
I mean, the Graha placement. So
It changes so
is it-
much. It changes so much. But that's why you need divisional charts. If you see only, you may say, Arey, both charts are one and the same, then exactly same thing should happen. Actually, in a way, it happens. You know how much they also spend on military?
for terrorism.
Yeah. But the problem is they never activated their Buddha. Their intellect is so, there is no, I don't know, there is, I don't have any manadanda, we say, no, reference point to define the country's intelligence. I don't have any, reference point because
They hacked electricity, Bhaiya. That's their intelligence.
no, every time we define the reference point that this is what is their intelligence, they go more down.
Center of gravity. Sorry.
Center of gravity, yeah. Yeah, we thought they are equal to donkeys. They say, no, donkey now looks very intelligent. Yeah, so that's a problem. What to do? Yeah, everybody should search for this. Especially those who follow Formula One and Formula One cars. There is an interview by a lady to two youngsters. One of them has driven Formula One car from Pakistan. First time I think they saw anything. Papa has come, returned home victorious that he has driven a Formula One car, whatever. And this lady is asking him questions. It's hilarious. Level of intelligence. Anyway, some other day for Pakistan bashing and trolling, which has become the most, pastime for the whole country from past 15-20 days. It has entered into our Jyotisha class as well.
Sorry.
But anyway, why not? No, I started it. Anyway, so
Bhaiya,
understood. Tell me, ma.
Sir, Bhaiya, Shani is the lord of 10th and 9th, Bhagya and Karma. And Shani is not in a very good state.
Correct.
So, like we said that we should go because Mangala is in second house. So what can be said about what kind of work in terms of a country? And Bhagya, though we know that Shani is not.
Shani also is what? What is the main primary, job of Shani?
Action.
Service.
Service. Okay, like we distributed vaccines in COVID and all
No,
those.
not just that. That is one part of it. That is seva. The
Yeah.
second part of it is the service sector.
Service sector.
If you do IT also, technology, you do service. See, Infosys made so much of money doing what? Service. That any one innovation you show from Infosys. I'm sorry to whoever is working in Infosys. One innovation. One. Yeah, hardcore manufacturer of people. They manufacture people into service. That's it. They do it very efficiently, by the way.
Right.
Same with people.
See, very difficult for innovation to happen in India. Have you observed this? New research happening. They may make something is already there, use Jugaad and make it into something else. Come up with something new all of a sudden. Never happens. Have you seen it? Very difficult. It takes its own sweet time. Kaveri engine is the best example.
Yeah.
You got the idea?
Yeah.
We are different from China. China has a different strategy. They take technology, they reverse engineer it, and then they make something out of it, which is good or bad, doesn't matter. They make it like that. For us, it is not like that. We don't reverse engineer. We take it, we repair it, we make it something else. You take Ganesha, make it into Ganesha's father. No reverse engineering there. So, this is how it works for us. Rahu, influence. Anyway, it's already 9:15.
Bhaiya, what can be said about the public of a country?
Service. How about Bhagya?
See, public of the country is also represented by Shani. The leader of the country is represented by Surya. Now, both of them are always in loggerheads because they are there in the same place. But they are always emotionally connected because Chandra is there.
Okay.
As long as the leaders keep emotionally exploiting the public, they are okay. They go against the emotion of the public, they are in the wrong direction. One thing our people, politicians have learned to be totally in alignment is this. They know exactly what to do for public.
Make emotional fools.
Bhagya, Shani with Surya, not great. We are not so lucky, isn't it? Lucky is a wrong word, but luck is a wrong word, by the way. Shani, no, going in with Surya.
Can this be said that unless the public of the country doesn't have I mean, the Shani is not correct, the ruler will also not.
One thing I will tell you, very, very important. Shani is a karmakaraka, the one who can work. If the public stops working, they start becoming lazy. If the public of the country starts becoming adharmic too much, then you will have a very bad time. The more the hardworking the public is, the better it is for the country. That is good. That holds good anywhere else, but this is more important for us considering what Shani is. Then the divine grace will start flowing a lot. The more service we do, the better it is for us in terms of divine grace. Like all these service, things we are doing to the neighbors, very good for us. It will give very good results. With most of this service, you can solve half of the problem of your borders. Which is correct. And one of the biggest, easiest way to bring down conflicts is to give full power to Chandra. Now, Chandra is in one house. He is actually in a good place. The more power you give to Chandra, the more it will start becoming better. So, now, ideally speaking, I used to wonder, Gurudev is to say, we should all meditate and we should not, war is not good for anyone. I was just wondering, you may make money, but if you want to sort out the problem for the country, you see Chandra's placement. The more calm the whole country is, the more meditative the country's population is, that is Shani there, the better is your third house, where the fourth house lord is also there. So the better is the chances of you sorting out that whole house problem. That's one way of seeing it. Why not? Very nice. Anyway, chalo, I think it's enough for today. Stop. Good. Is it nice?
By a last question.
Yes, ma.
They tell that if grahas are between Rahu and Ketu, if all grahas are between Rahu and Ketu, it is Kala Sarpa dosha. So does the country have Kala Sarpa dosha?
First of all, you know that there is no word called dosha in Jyotishya. You take out one Vedic or Shastra, we'll put it that way. This Vedic one has been misused like anything. Vedic astrology, Vedic that, Vedic this, Vedic mathematics. It never ends. So in our Shastra, if you take the primary books like Parashara Hora Shastra, you'll never find the word dosha. It is all yoga. A lot of people don't know this. And this combination of Kala Sarpa, it has been overhyped. Of course, if it is like that, one part of your chart is heavy with grahas than the other part. Correct? So one aspect of life will be very heavy. For people who have this Kala Sarpa yoga, where all the grahas are in between this. If you see the chart, there will be Rahu and there will be Ketu. Rahu, Ketu are always opposite to each other. Correct? That is a common knowledge. When all other grahas come in there, in that, 6 houses or 7 houses. That's when this is formed. Yoga means it's a combination. And it forms. When it forms, that part of your life is very heavy. Now, if it is coming from first house to 7th house, let us say, then first house to 7th house will be very heavy compared to 7th to 12th. Are you able to understand? There will be a lot of importance, lot of activity happening there. See, what does it mean when you have lot of grahas, lot of activity happening there? Correct. The more the number of people, more activity. Yes or no? So it's just active. Good or bad doesn't matter here. It is just activity. Then you have to go to individual grahas to see whether it is good or bad. That's it. Okay. Before somebody else come with last question, I will close the
Bhaiya,
class
for-
out.
It was, thank you. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Good, you all enjoyed, no? See, this is the fun of Jyotishya. Once you start understanding the concept and started applying. See, I'm telling you, in this whole 1 hour of reading or 1.5 hour reading, I have not used any of the extra knowledge which is available. Only whatever I have spoken to you. Can you imagine the power of it? Whatever I spoke to you, I just made 1 + 1 is equal to 2. That's it. You go back and listen to this. It is just 1 + 1 is equal to 2. Nothing else. Common sense is very, very important in Jyotishya. Use it a little. Use your gray matter a little. And you see there is so much of information you're going to get out of it. Getting my point? Don't ask me the question. You think about it. If first Lord is Guru, what will be the quality of that first house? What will be the whole Tanubhava? You will understand. No, what does Guru mean? What does first Lord mean? You combine 1 + 1, 2. You got the idea. Yes or no? Like that, you just go, you do the mathematics. You'll get to know. Okay, those who don't have a software, just share this for a second. You take a photo of this. You can go back and read the same thing. Just share it once more, pa. All of you take a photo of this, screenshot photo or whatever. So for both of you, those of you who don't have a software to run right now, just observe and read whatever I just told right now. Hey, go to that basic, pa, not standard. So you can read all this, which degree it is there, all that you can understand. Done? Okay. Good. We'll catch up in the next class. Till then, enjoy reading this chart. Okay. Jai Gurudev. Namaste.
Jai
Jai
Gurudev.
Gurudev. Bhaiya.
Jai Gurudev. Ma.
Jai Gurudev.